Tuesday, October 9th, 2018. We are looking at the eye of Hurricane Michael. Now, this is from a little bit earlier, and I've got this slowed down, but if you pay attention, sure looks like there's planes in the center there laying trails. Something laying trails, don't it? Now, that wouldn't be your normal airline traffic. Surely they wouldn't be riding in circles in the eye of a hurricane. And you can see the square form to it too and all that. But anyways, we'll hop right in. And here is a look at the shortwave infrared. This is past day or so, and I got it every other frame and all that, but you can just, maybe I'll slow this down a hair. You can just see all the flares out in front of it, all around it really. Set off and it just exploded right there last night. Now we're back in the daytime today. Now we'll take a look at just looking out in front. I'm up in western Maryland up here, and the planes were laying trail big time today. Chem bombs. I mean, just look at this. Here we're looking at the long wave infrared imagery. Now, as we can see up here in the northwest section of the storm, I mean, this is where the highest water vapor. Here at the very end, we can see some get wrapped up right up in it. Now, like as I said before, you'll see all the trails down here on the southwest side, and they'll get sucked right in and get turned into these outer rain bands. Mr. Robert Dutch calls them boom boom plumes. But I mean, it's just a mess all around it. Now, this is the lower level water vapor imagery. This one's specifically made to look at, quote, jet streaks, unquote. So, you know, all these lines you're seeing all around this storm are from jet planes seeding this storm. Here's the upper level water vapor imagery. I like this one. I should have zoomed out to a CONUS view, but you can usually see where they are apply heat to the outside of this storm. This is visible feed, mesoscale. Look at these trails back here, this line of storms. This may be boat plumes right here. Same with these. I mean, just absolute filth all around it. Now to some questions. Here's the nearest buoy at 42 knots, which is roughly 49 miles per hour. And that's pretty close proximity to this hurricane. I mean, that's right in it. I mean, the eye is probably right here, but you know, you would, if this was an actual hurricane, you would think that would be more than 50 miles per hour. I mean, I think it has to be 74 miles per hour to be a Category 1. Correct me if I'm wrong. And now we'll get to the radar images. And, you know, I know they only reach out so far, and, you know, there's gaps because of, you know, once they reach out so far, and because of, you know, they lose coverage, so to speak. I wish I had my diagram up, but you know, they can only reach out so far. But when you're looking at the long wave infrared and how high these cloud tops are, you would expect to be seeing more here. But for some reason we're not. We'll go to the other next rad images, and we're seeing the same thing here. A friend sent me a picture of they're showing the same thing on the Weather Channel, just outer band of storms here. You would think, you know, yesterday I shared showed you about all the barges they have out in the Gulf. I mean, you would think they would have us covered, at least, you know, for a site like Intellicast, that we'd be able to see the rest of the storm. But for some reason, we're not seeing it. Shrink this down. Here's the northwest side. You can see the aerosols all around it. Plain aerosols all around it. I mean, it's just filth. Wait till, yeah, we'll look at here's the most current image of the eye. As you can see, not much of an eye. You can see the square form to it. Okay, now here is geocolor. This is for the Gulf of Mexico. See the plain aerosols around this really well on these images. And then you have this front moving across the center of the country, which will combine with this storm up here and roll up the east coast to these areas that are already affected, dealing with flooding probably still in the Carolinas. And like I said, I'm up here in Western Maryland. Our sky was complete filth today. I wish I would have uploaded my photos to show you, but oh well. You can see from this image, should be no need to show you. I mean, this is all plain aerosols from planes. And then they get activated and get these, what Robert called boom boom plumes. And it's just the aerosols getting activated by high power microwave transmissions, or by, Mr. Pete Ramon sent me, by femto lasers. Here's another PDF on, I showed you about the PDF on controlling hurricanes yesterday, but this is kind of like the same graphic. You know, I know some of and down in here, I like where I read something about mitigation should be taken seriously or whatever, because it's a heat transfer system. Like, you know, it's a way to exchange heat from the ocean to the atmosphere, and if we kill these hurricanes, then it could warm up the oceans more and more, or vice versa. But anyways, here is the GFS, which hasn't changed. You know, it's been like this for a week. You know, because they know exactly what the weather's going to do a week ahead of time. And like I said, it's going to combine with that other front right there and roll up over the Carolinas. So, yeah. Here's the microwave imagery map. We'll play that. Is it going backwards? I don't want it to go backwards. And here at the end we can see this white mark fixated at the center of the hurricane. Now usually to me this indicates microwave energy, because this is the Morph microwave imagery map. And we do see kind of a flash right here running up to this one side at the very end. But anyways, other than that, that's my report. It's about the same as yesterday if you want to check out yesterday's video. Just a mass of aerosols. No indications of high wind speeds. And just half a storm showing up on radar. But that's my report. We'll check back in at a later date.